episode of Boomer Barbecue. As you can see, my smoker is ready to go. As promised, we'll be doing brisket tonight. Bought myself a beautiful 11-pound prime brisket from Costco. I had a busy day today. I had to work, and my plan is to smoke this overnight. So to save time, I trimmed it this morning. I also seasoned it. It's been sitting in the fridge for 9 hours with seasoning on it, ready to go. So the charcoal basket is over there in the firebox. It's ready to be lit. I'm going to bring this sucker up to temperature, and I'm going to bring out the brisket, and we'll see you then. Okay guys, the grill is about up to temperature, and I would like to get it on soon. It's 9:15 on July 3rd, and like I said, we're going to do an overnight cook. I'm going to bring this puppy up to wrapping temperature. Once that's done, it's going to go inside in the oven. We're going to keep it at 225 until it gets to a temperature of 205. I'll have a probe in it. I will set a temperature alarm so I can get some sleep while it's in the oven. Then once it hits temperature, I'll probe it for tenderness. If it's ready, I'll pull it out of the oven. We'll let it get down to 180 degrees. We're going to set the oven for 170, and we're going to let it rest the rest of the morning until lunchtime. So hoping to get maybe a good 6 hours of rest time in there. So for the rub, I ran out of AP, my all-purpose seasoning from Killer Hogs, so made my own. I just wanted to do mostly salt and pepper for this. I don't know if you guys have watched Chud's barbecue. He gave me quite a few secrets, and one of them was that a lot of these Texas guys add a little seasoning salt to their mix, so they get a little bit of garlic and onion and stuff like that. But so I did that. I put 2 parts of sea salt, 1 part of seasoning salt, 3 parts of black pepper. I did 1 part of garlic powder and a 1/2 part of onion powder. So that's my mix. And then on top of that, once I covered it with that, I put the Killer Hogs steak seasoning, because it's got the bigger pieces of garlic and onion in it, so I like the texture of that. And so that's it. So that's what we have on it. So I'm going to get ready to put this on. I have my puppy over here. You have to excuse the light because it is dark out. I have a headlamp on. Here's the brisket here. Let me unwrap it. We're going to have some shadow issues with this. Let's try this a little better. There we go. Okay, more technical difficulties. I guess as I was unwrapping the brisket, as you saw in the last segment, my camera stopped recording. Who knows why? I didn't even know why. So I unwrapped it. I placed it in. It's now in the smoker. As you can see, the pan is empty. I apologize, guys. It's frustrating. I have to get some better camera equipment or something. But anyhow, I've got a probe in the point. I've got a probe in the flat. I've since learned that the point cooks way faster than the flat does. And I've experienced that on 2 different occasions, not knowing what was going on. And the first time it happened to me, my flat was not tender. My point was beautiful, and the flat was not tender. So the last brisket I did on my old smoker, which was my first Costco Prime brisket, I did it on the old one, and I had really good convection because I extended the smokestack, so had great draw. It cooked very quickly, but the point at one point was 185 degrees and the flat was 147, and I couldn't believe how that was possible. So after I brought up the flat to 160, I wrapped it, put it in the oven, and then I just had the probe in the flat because I had to make sure the flat was done. I know the point's a lot more forgiving because there's plenty of fat in there. So thank God I was able to save that one. So I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen this time. If we take a look at my probe, see if we get the okay. So already the point is on the right, and the bottom right it's 57 degrees already, whereas the flat is 45. Okay. Top right is the probe that's nearest the firebox, which is lower than the one near the stack, which is surprising because I thought I had fixed that problem with this baffle. So, but we'll take it as she goes. I'm going to keep an eye on the fire. I'm going to leave this thing shut for 3 hours to get enough smoke and, having it going. So, sorry about the problems again. Sorry you missed out on some of the goings on, putting the brisket in and all of that stuff in my smoker. It's just as frustrating for me. So, we'll see you in a couple hours. Okay, I'm back, guys. It is actually close to midnight. It hasn't been 3 hours, and this brisket is already, we can see it in the thing, at 180 and 172 in the flat. Less than 3 hours. This is some hell of a smoker because I don't know if it's the convection or whatever. I mean, I kept it at 250 most of the night. It got close to 300 a couple of times, but never above 300. And in under 3 hours, this thing is ready to wrap. So, I don't know if this thing is a miracle. Well, let's take a look at her. Yeah, I think that bark is pretty much set. Yeah, oh yeah. You can see the juice in there. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm going to pull these probes out. The water thing is almost done. Alright, I have to be careful because as I was trying to put on my black gloves, one of them broke, so. Alright, there she is. I'm going to bring her inside and wrap her up. She's going in the oven, and I'm going to want to get some sleep, so. Sorry I'm cutting you out on the wrapping part, but I'm tired. It's been a long day, and but I will definitely be showing you the results after it's been rested. I'll slice for you the whole shebang. So, all right, we'll see you then. And happy 4th of July, guys. Okay, guys, the moment of truth has arrived. This has been sitting in the oven for 6 hours resting. And it's time to unwrap it and take a look. I'll do this without too much of a mess. Oh my goodness. Holy, look at that. Look at how tender that sucker is. The whole thing is. Look at the jiggle. Oops, that was the camera jiggling. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is something. Alright, time to get out my carving knife. This is the Oklahoma Joe set. Has a nice carving knife. Get it off with my gloves on. You know what? I don't need both gloves at this point. Just need the left one. It's phenomenal bark on there. Okay, let's start by cutting this sucker right in the middle. Get a look at the look at that. Look at that. Look at the juice coming out of there. Look at that beautiful smoke ring. Look at that flat. Alright, let's take a nice slice out of this flat here. Look at that. There's the bend test. Pull test. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. Now the taste test. Whew. I've certainly outdone myself. I'd love to be able to share this with you guys, but that's what it is. So, that's that smoking on that flat. That's beautiful. Alright guys, thanks for coming on this journey with me. That was my first brisket in my new smoker.